All right. Can't get the countdown going, but that's okay. That's okay. This is your boy Peanut Nola 504. I hope that you guys can hear me clearly. Um, this is your boy Peanut Nola 504. And today I'm gonna talk about a little bit of everything today. Peace and blessings to everybody. I know it's been a while. I had to take care of a lot of things that had to do with my health. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So things are getting better, not worse. The good thing is, I mean, last week I had to deal with a lot of things that had to do with my job. You know what I'm saying? I was last week I was sent home. I had to drive from Texas. I had to drive from Dallas, Texas, Wilmington, Texas, all the way to Mississippi, and the thing was I had to get home. You know what I'm saying? They took me off the truck dealing with diabetes. Went from 400, sugar was up 495, and now I'm at 134. Changed my whole demeanor. Okay, changed my whole demeanor. I'm no longer going to be eating sugar. No, there's no salt. There's no sugar in my diet. There's no more. Is a vegan slash a little bit of seafood life, and I'm no longer eating salt, sugar. Them days are gone. Okay, my type of seasoning is garlic. Okay, so it is what it is. But I'm back, and I'm back strong, and it is what it is. I'm encouraged. Okay, shout out to Don Ross and shout out to Monique Hill. Today we're going to be talking. There's some things that's going on, man. Aborigine people. Today I got two topics to talk about, and it's going to be about Wendy Williams, and I'm also going to talk about Molly Quans. Okay, Molly Quans. Over at ESPN. These are two topics that I'm going to talk tonight. I do have the link in the chat for those who would like to come on. I do have the link in the chat if you want to have a conversation with Peanut Nola 504. We definitely going to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm back. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I am back, and all this has to do with Aborigine people. Okay, believe it or not, even when we talk about celebrities, even when we talk about professional athletes, this all has to do with Aborigine. Okay, these are our people that we are talking about, and these are solutions in our life that we got to change for the better of the good of us. Okay, so when you hear me talking about situations that has to do with things that's not always in the content of Aborigine, all the way Aborigine content. It is Aborigine content because it has to do with our people, and it has to do with how we can change things in our life and how we can move on daily. So we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams, and I want you to hear this video because Wendy Williams, and I have stated many times that William, karma is crazy. It's karma, the way you do people in a life, the way you treat people, karma will hit you. But I'm not here to power on Wendy Williams because she does not deserve for Wells Fargo to be bullying her over her money. This is why you don't put all your money in the banks. Now you got to understand that most of these banks are owned by people that do not look like you and me. So we trust everything to go in our accounts, to go in, and some people trust only one bank and they put all of their assets into one bank, one account. And we have to learn to spread your money around, even keep some of the money with you, because you don't know when a crisis hit how they can just come in and take your money. Now you have to understand that these people can just walk in and keep your money. Now, Wendy Williams is a multi-millionaire. She's a millionaire. And she can't even touch her money. So we're gonna talk about this situation, and there's another situation I'm gonna talk about Molly Quines, because this is just some crazy stuff that is going on. I'm gonna first go on with this situation with Wendy Williams. See if I can get this going, because I've been having it was talking about Wendy Williams money from Wells Fargo, and how she blasts the managers, and she said there was no good. And she was also talking about, she wanted her money. And when you don't understand how they can take from you, how you can end up with nothing, and these are the things that can happen to you. You have to learn to understand that that Aborigine people, and the facts is that you don't really own anything. I don't care how you thinking in your life that you own everything. You have to understand that you don't own anything when it comes down to the United States. These people own you. So I'm going to try to get some of this going. See if I can get the tape rolling, because like I said, I've been getting poor reception and stuff. So I'll see if I can get it going. Once again, for those who coming in, we're talking about Wendy Williams, and we're also going to talk about Molly Quines on Deshaun Watson. We're gonna get to that, both of these things.
Is that I've been asking questions about my money, and when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. This is not right. And this is not fair.
So when we talk about Uncle Sam, and we talk about the IRS, like Don Ross is talking about, and I'm going to read this comment, and these are the things that we have to understand. And you have the one of the things I always tell people is the things that go in other people's life, how it can affect you. Now, she's having problems with the bank. She's having problem with the bank. They got her money, and it's the craziest thing. It said you can end up with nothing because the IRS puts a lien on every dollar they print, which is attached to your straw man, which you don't own or control. Now, when we talk about America, and we really believe, and these are the things that we have to understand, because you live your everyday life. Most people live their everyday life comfortable, thinking that they control their own life, think that they have power. Now, I want you to understand that you may believe in your everyday life that you have power. And these are the things we talk about in the Aborigine community, is the fact that you're trying to get your power back. You are owned by the government. You may not believe that you're owned by the government, but you're owned by the government. These are the things that you have to think about in your future on moving money around, never putting money in one area. And this is why she's going through some of the things that she's going through. And like I said, Wendy Williams have done a lot of bad things to people. She's the gossip queen, but she does not deserve what she's getting from the government. She does not deserve what she's getting from the government. We're living on when we talk about the oil crisis, we're dealing with what's going on with the gas and oil prices, and everything is hiking up. This country cares more about the other countries than they care about their own people, the people that live here. We're living in a country that fights and keeps us last, family. They keep us last, and we born on this soil. We the originators of this land, and they care more. Joe Biden just gave millions of dollars to Ukraine. Joe Biden have gave millions of dollars to Ukraine for what? Where are the dollars that's supposed to come to Aborigine people here in America? Where's the money that is owed to us here in America? For some of the ancestors that have been done wrong by this country. The IRS can sit here and walk in your daily life and change your life. Don said, facts, we don't have the power. We have benefits and privileges, which is a false form of power. And these and I don't think people understand that narrative of what you're talking about. I don't think people realize, because they're comfortable with their jobs, they don't realize that their jobs can be taken right from under them. People live comfortable lives. That's what they do. They live a comfortable life, and they feel like if Uncle Sam gave them little, they educated, they don't feel threatened. Oh no, it can't be me. People in power can be stripped away from their money and their lifestyle. People in power, it doesn't matter if you are a celebrity. People in power of color, don't have power in America. You may believe that you have power, but you don't have power in America. You're living a fantasy. Because things look good in your life, you are living a fantasy. And that's what people don't want to hear, the truth. People don't want to dig in the truth that things can be taken away from them. This is why genealogy is the key. This is why learning the laws of the land and learning your truth about who you are, because we don't have power. Shout out to EP joining the wolf pack. I want people to understand this, that we don't have control over our own bodies. We don't have control over anything. Even in a hospital, when you admit yourself in a hospital, you don't have control over yourself, your body. Even in the hospital, you don't have control. They have control over you. You may think that you have power, but you don't have power. You are just like a frog that is being dissected. You are just like a frog that is being dissected. You are a test dummy in this land. You are a test dummy in this land. I want people to understand that. And that's the facts. You are a test dummy in this land. You must stay. A lot of people, it's good to feel that you have control. Most people who buy their own, most people who got their own land, they understand that they have power because they feel like that belongs to them. but you truly don't own anything if in this land, in this world of America. And I want people to understand that until you learn the laws of the land, until you understand your worth in the land. Alexis in the house. Until you understand your worth. And I'm pretty much sure Wendy Williams believed that she had power over her own money. I'm sure Wendy Williams believed that she had power over her own wealth, her own money. She's finding out the hard way that she does not have power over herself and over her own money. I'm going to play this tape again for people who just coming in, and I'm going to see if I can get it right back in for those who just coming in. This is what for those who coming in. This is the thing that happened to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, Wells Fargo is withholding her money, and like I tell you, do not put your money in one place. Get another bank. Don't bank with one institution. Try to deal with people that look like you. Okay. Also keep money in at your house. Some things you don't put all, because they can take it from you. They can take things from you. So I'm gonna let this load. Shout out to Big Dog Philly, my brother Big Dog Philly in the house. Okay, we're gonna let this go.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Wells Fargo has no questions and answers with regarding my money. This is not fair. And Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. This is not right. And you know this is not fair.
Just like I told you, it doesn't matter. You can be touched. And these are the things that you have to understand. These are the things that we talk about laws with the Aborigine community. This is why you have to understand learning your laws, learning what you can do, how to protect yourself, how to protect your money, understanding about you being indigenous to this land. You got to understand that these people can take so much from you, and you work so hard for your money. You did everything that you can to build your wealth. For them to walk in the IRS, they're gonna, and like I say, it's easy for them to walk in and touch them because you are a citizen of America in their eyes. You are a citizen to them, and they're able to do what they want with people that are citizens. This is how they can touch you, because you are a citizen. And most of these things happen to melanated people. You don't see this happening to Caucasian people. You see this happening to melanated people who don't know who they are in this land. Now I'm going to move over, and we're going to talk about Molly Quines at ESPN with Deshaun Watson. I'm going to read this to you guys because this is just outrageous of what these women with these these women with these movement that they got going on, this Me Too movement on bashing melanated men and trying to destroy melanated men. And Molly Quines, she, those who know, co-hosts with First Take at ESPN. Molly Quines with Stephen A. Smith, she talks about Watson guaranteed contract, and she said it is a slap in the face to all women. No, she's talking about all women, but all women don't get rights. All women do not get rights. It's crazy when I listen. This is why melanated women should not think that they're equal when it comes down to Caucasian women and other women across the universe, because you're not on the same playing field. You believe that. Molly Quans is piping hot, mad about Cleveland Browns not only trading for Deshaun Watson, but rewarding him with a fully guaranteed contract. The fact that she is she's been butthurt. Now, this guy here had no criminal charges against him. No criminal charges. Everything was dropped when it came down to him in the charges. They are trying to now get him in a civil suit where they're trying to get more money from this brother. And I'm telling you that this has been a history of trying to destroy the melanated man. They have, when I sit there and you talk about Nicolas Cage and some of these other Caucasian men who have done heinous crimes against nature, and they still walking around with their dignity and their name. But when it comes down to melanated men who is not found guilty by no means, they are smearing this man. Molly Quans, who was formerly married to Jalen Rhodes, is now trying to smear Deshaun Watson because he is getting bank. Another thing you have to understand, Aborigine family, is that they are always going to play the melanated black man as being a heinous to the world. They're going to always paint the melanated black man as being scary, as being a evil entity. They're going to always paint the man of color of being a monster. This is what they do. And white men have been terrorizing for history, have been terrorizing all women. It wasn't too long where white women could not even vote. It wasn't too long where white women could not do, all they can do is sit in the kitchen. All the white women could do. So they want to paint the black man as a monster, but never look to the white man as being that monster. They look at when you talk about all these high profile, when we talk about Sleepy Joe Biden, the way he touches on all these young people, how Donald Trump and his allegations. But when they look to melanated high profile men like Bill Cosby, all them years when you thought that he did this years ago, all of a sudden these people come out of nowhere. When this man was about to buy NBC, they come out of nowhere to destroy the black man. There was no interest in taking down Bill Cosby until Bill Cosby was interested in buying NBC. It's crazy. It's crazy. Michael Jackson, when you think about the allegations, when you talk about the parents allowing a young child, would you give your child to Michael Jackson? Would you give your child to Michael Jackson? What was them parents? What you think about? If this man was raping or molesting these children, why would you put your children in that position to be raped by an older man? Why would you even let him sleep in the bed who is not related to you? They set Michael Jackson up because Michael Jackson was or had power, because he was going to buy powerful record companies. He had power. This is what they do, melanated men. When it comes down to melanated men, they try to destroy the images of melanated men. This is what they do. Teach your sons to be careful on who they deal with. Your kids want to be, your sons believe, or that oh, Dad, you're just being racist. You're just being racist when you're only trying to protect them from the things that can happen to them in the long run. Shout out to Browns. Because if you don't, your children end up in jail, end up in situations that they can't get themselves out of, because we fail as parents to teach our children that these people, not trying to teach your children, teach racism, but you have to be mindful that everybody don't love you, because you raised them in environments where white people are around, and they seem to love them when they're young. But when they get older, they start looking at them as aggressive and looking at them as a monster, watching them around their own children, because they feel threatened around melanated people. Shout out to Chief Flemings. I want people to understand these things, that you are not on the same playing field when it comes down to education. When you talk about education, it's many black men who have been put in special ed. Many black young boys that were put in, mislabeled in special ed. Many of them that been melanated. It's not the females. Yes, we have some females that have been done wrong that are melanated black females, but it's more so the threat that they feel, the man that they feel threatened the most is the melanated black man. And they always have been trying to tarnish the melanated black man. So I'm pretty much sure when you look at Deshaun Watson, the young man believes that he is equal, that racism does not exist. His mother and his father may have put him in great situations where he believed that white people love him. They love him. RG3, Robert Griffith of the third, all he wants is a white woman. So some people who've been raised around white people, they believe all white people love them. But when it gets down to a situation, when it comes down to a situation where somebody cries rape or somebody accuses, they are all automatic assume that the melanated black man is the accused. They automatically believe that he's guilty. There's not a man on the planet that be ridiculed like the black man. There's not a man on the planet that be ridiculed like the American black man. And I'm not talking about Africa. I'm not talking about Jamaica. I'm not talking about other black people across the globe. We're talking about melanated black men that are in America. There's not a man on the planet that be more ridiculed than black men. Black men are the most disrespected men on the planet. They get disrespected by the women that love them the most, that they think that love them the most, their own children. The black man is the most disrespected on the planet. And I'm talking about the American Indian black man. Shout out to Greedy Vegan. Shout out to the brother Greedy Vegan. You have to, it's so nice to see the wolf pack in the house. It's so nice to see the wolf pack in the house. We have to understand that we are not on the same playing field. You believe because you grew up with the white boy that the white boy loved you. You believe that. But when you get older, and my older son had to understand that he had, my older son had all white friends, basically when he grew up. because we had moved from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we moved into Mississippi. And my son had to learn the hard way that the same people that you grow up with may not come with you they don't follow you to your success. Some people turn the other way. So the same people that he grew up with don't know him no more. But when he thought dad was being racist, that's not the fact. I was being cautious, trying to teach him to be very cautious of people that going to change. You got to understand that the same way we teach our children, the same way they teach their children. And you have to always be careful the way you teach your children. You got to stop telling them to love everybody. They got to learn that people got to respect you. In order to get that love, you got to get respect. We can't just run out here loving everybody when people don't truly love you. We out here loving everybody, but a person don't love you. Understand these things, Aborigine family, that everybody don't love you. And that's some of the things that I believe in when it talked about the scripture. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. But one of the things that I do believe that God don't love everybody. And I just believe that. Because when you have Jacob and Esau, he didn't love Esau. He said, Jacob I love, Esau I hated. He hated his sins. So I just want people to understand that we can't be loving everybody because everybody don't love you. You just got to get in the reality of your life and understand that your life is a journey. In your life, everybody ain't going to be with you. They're going to be somebody that was with you, but they're not going to be with you. Some people you got to cut off. Every time you got negativity, you got people that vibe with you, and they always something wrong with them. There's always something wrong. They never making money in their life. They're always sick. They're always bringing you down. Your spirit is going down. Who you are as a person is going down because you are being dragged down by a person that don't want nothing. And you think that they want something, but they don't want nothing. And you carrying their burden and they miserable. If you're not with a person that's going to inspire you, like my wife inspired me to get on the treadmill when I was working the treadmill and I was running and I'm trying to beat this diabetes, my wife was encouraging me and my wife was dapping me off and she was telling me, good job. That's what love is. That's what encouragement is. And that's what it is. And when she got on the treadmill and she was working out, we going back and forth. And we can overcome everything that we're going through. We can overcome these generational curses that have been hindering our people for so many years. We keep making excuses on why we can't be great. But as long as we got Molly Quans, as long as we dealing with these white women who keep on, and as long as you keep on loving these women, you know, it's a shame that you can skip all these beautiful melanated women and then you can skip. Some of you black men don't love your mamas. A lot of you black men don't love your mamas. That's why you treat black women so bad, because you don't love your own mother. And some of your mothers have treated you so badly because they got some women who have never had a father. So they don't know how to raise a man. And they so busy calling their sons bitches and hoes. And you don't realize that you breaking your son. You're not helping him become a man. You're breaking him. You're breaking him before anybody else can touch him. And then he become feminine and he become weak. Women understand these things. That the first connection to the child is the mother. That's the very first connection, not the father. It's the mother. The most important parent is the mother, because that's the first connection. So whatever you say affects the child. Whatever the mother say will affect the child. The father is the rock. Understand that the father is the strength in the rock. So when you break these things, these are the things. Shout out to Lyrica Neville. When you break that rock, that strength, and when that son see feminine, how do you expect him to be strong too when you're breaking the rock? The woman is the most important. Don't ever believe that the man is the most important. The woman is the most important. So she has to act right. She has to do right. Because the man leads and follows his woman in a way of love. Yes, he's the leader. Yes, he's the strength. Yes, he's the everything. Yes, he carries his family on his back. Yes, he's the provider. Yes, he does everything. That's why men don't even live long. You notice that statistics shows that men don't live longer than women. Statistics shows that men burn out sexually. Men, sex drive goes first because they are drained by the stress. When we're talking, we are talking the facts that men fall and get sicker faster than women do. And some people don't understand these things. That a man lifeline, and we're talking about in these days, now men used to live long. But men are dying, especially melanated black men. If we're not dying from diabetes, we're not dying from cancer, high blood pressure, these are the things that are killing us. And this is why I have made a move to remove sugar, salt, sodium, all these things out of my life. I had just last week my sugar was 495. They took me off my truck and they sent me home. I had to get a rental car and ride home. And since I've been home, I've been working out. No more eating bad no more. And I've been working out. I'm doing the vegan thing. And I've been busting my tail. And today I am glad to inform you guys that my sugar levels have went down to 134. Because I am inspired to do better. If you're the person that you was 5 years ago, you are not upgrading in your life. You're not evolving. If you are the person that is still wearing the jersey, you're not upgrading in your life. You're still walking around like you're a teenager and you're not. You're a grown-ass man. I am 46 years old. Next week, I will be 47 years old. And you have to put it in your mind that you're not young no more. That you can't eat, drink, and do the same things that you can do when you were in your 20s. We can make the changes in our life. We can do better in our life. There ain't nobody gonna change your life but you. Ain't nobody. See, you think everybody happy for you. They got some people are waiting for your downfall. Everybody don't love you. You better get that message. They got some people waiting for you to fall, waiting for you to die. They got people who envy you, people who watch Facebook, not because they love you, they're following your life. They're looking at you. They're seeing the things that are going on in your life, and they may want some of the things that you got. We got content creators that are attacking people innocently on social media. I always say, no matter what people do, We cannot be fighting and having, because you know the lights are on us. Shout out to the Taliban guard. The lights are on us. And we want to talk about the Pan-African Americans. We want to talk about Sinetta TV. We want to talk about Polite. We want to talk about Umar Johnson. We want to talk about everybody else. But we are self-destruction of ourselves. People are watching us. They're seeing the things that we do. And if we just don't agree with each other, let's unfollow each other and let's keep teaching. That's the people that are negative, that are putting you down, that are making you, that are setting negativity in the community, just unsubscribe to them. And don't give a damn about what they say about you. Because I'm going to tell you something, what you don't understand. The more people put bad press out on you when it ain't the truth, it's going to expose who they are. It ain't going to expose you. It's going to expose them for the false prophets of who they are. For the things that they're doing. The more negativity that they spread, I want you guys to understand this. We don't all have to respond. We don't have to respond to people who are beneath us. We don't have to do that. Because we are the greatest nation. We are the Aboriginal community. We are the greatest nation. We're going to have some people in our own communities that are going to be trying to separate us. I don't give a damn who talks about me in the community. They don't know me. They don't know me. That's the problem now. We got to understand that this is social media. This is social media. This ain't real life. People don't know you. We can't keep worrying about people who cannot affect us. Shout out to First Lady. We can't worry about, we got to move on to steps and higher levels and not allow people to take us down. Look at Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams cannot get her own money out of Wells Fargo. And Wendy Williams spent half of her career on exposing other people. Let me tell you what negativity do. The more you dip yourself in negative shit, the more you keep on being toxic, karma turns around and it gets your ass. Making videos about people, Aboriginal community. Because we have great listeners. We have a great community. We got great people that follow us. Very intelligent people. And all you're going to do is make them stop listening to you. The more negative you get, the more people ain't going to want to hear you. I don't care how knowledgeable you are. I don't care how great your content is. People going to get tired because guess what? Your negativity affects other people. And I want people to understand that. The more you're negative, it affects other people. It rubs off on other people. Then you become stressed. They become stressed. And I keep telling you, when you're in a circle of people and you put yourself around people that is negative, that energy takes over you. That energy takes you down. I was a guy who went from 253 pounds and didn't know. And all of a sudden, I didn't even know how I lost that. And now I'm 182 pounds. Didn't know how I lost the weight until and my doctor misdiagnosed me, had me thinking I just had low potassium. And then I go, how you miss in November? They told me they took my blood, they did all this, but they did not check for sugar. And I turned around and diabetes ate all of my weight. Diabetes changed my whole life. But maybe there was something I was not doing in my life. That karma hit me and is waking me up to be a better person and be a better man to my family, to be everything I should be. Because karma will get you. How you treat, how you talk to people that you love the most will get you. You might think that you're living, that you're doing so perfect by your family, you're doing so good, when you realize you're not really doing so well. When you realize that you're really not what you say you are. Talking about how you're a great father and great husband, but you're not doing enough. There's more that you can do in life. There's more you can do with your family. And Molly Quans, people, women like Molly Quans on First Take, they want to marry a black man. They want the black man to yak them down. They want their success, just like she did Jalen Rhodes. But soon as things don't go right, she ready to divorce him, and then she moves on to the next. Then she moves on to the next. We got to get to the root on why melanated black men don't love their mothers. And that is a trigger on why they don't love black women. Because they don't love their mothers. Everything starts with the mother. And if you don't understand these things, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Some of these women want their sons to be their husbands, to be their boyfriends. Some of them want them to be a sister. Got boys running around gossiping just like women. Got men walking around. They get that from their mama. Gossiping. We shouldn't be going around gossiping. We should let women handle women. We shouldn't be in a circle of women with negativity. We're supposed to let women be women. But we got men out here gossiping just as much or worse. Just go through YouTube and go look at some of these. And don't get mad with me, because if the shoe fits, wear it. Are not the way we should have in the community. We got great matriarchs. We got great community. We got great chiefs out here. We got great chiefs and we got great Indians out here. But to be a great Indian, you have to be a great you got to be a great follower. I'm sorry, I'm breaking up. I'm losing, getting some bad connections. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Let me know, could you hear me now? Because I'm going to be going short on the video. I'm going to be closing in a few seconds, but let me know, could you hear me now? Because I am probably breaking up. We've been dealing with rainstorms and all kinds of other stuff in the area and everything. So hopefully, it is what it is. But like I said, there's so much when it comes down to us. There's so much that we can do better. There's so much that we can do better. We got to look ourselves just look in the mirror, reflect on some of the things we're not doing better. Look at ourselves. And I'm telling you, Big Dog Philly, if I would have listened to you a long time ago, I wouldn't have been in a situation of dealing with sugar issues. If I would have listened to you, because there's one thing that we have to understand: you can be hearing, but you're not listening. And I'm turning this thing around, and I'm working already. I went from 495, and today is at 134, and I'm turning this thing around. So I'm encouraged, I'm inspired, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Greedy Vegan. Remember that Big Dog Philly and Greedy Vegan have great channels. Please subscribe to these brothers. They have some great channels. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe to them brothers. They got some awesome channels. Lyrica Neville, please subscribe to Lyrica Neville. The Matriots, you know, the whole group, okay? Brian's, please subscribe to Brian's. He has another awesome channel. I'm just going with the people who actually doing the content. If anybody that have content, you know, I'm the first to let you know that I'm here. I'm the you know, the biggest cheerleader for that. Please subscribe to these channels. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end this live, and I'm thankful. Thank you guys for coming in and listening to Peanut Nola 504 in this Aborigine channel. Please remember to subscribe to Peanut Nola 504. Remember, if you want to donate something to the channel, my Cash App is Peanut Nola 504. Remember that please to share the video so we can get this video up to 1K. And subscribe to the people that are subscribed to me, because we're stronger together than apart. Shout out to the Telepack God. Shout out to EP. Shout out to First Lady. Once again, shout out to Greedy Vegan. Shout out to the Monique Hill. Shout out to Big Dog Philly. Let me see who else. Shout out to Chief Flemings. Shout out to Don Ross. Shout out to Alexis. Shout out to also shout out to my other channel, Peanut Nola 504 TV2. Like I said, I'm honored and thankful for you guys for showing up. Like I said, hopefully I'll have another video out that'll be clear and not interrupted. But thank you guys. Peace and blessings to all you guys. I'm out of here.